Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you're so motivated to do so. This is Wonders of a Black Woman. Well, everyone knows about the controversy surrounding Simone Biles and her husband. What's his name again? No, seriously. Simone Biles and her husband. Um, And I did a little story about her and her husband, Jonathan Owens, where he said in the interview that he really didn't know who she was, or he didn't know who she was, or when they hooked up on the online platform. But obviously, he's since got to know who she is and liked who she was, outside of just being an Olympian gold medal winner. He liked her enough to loved her enough to marry her. Um, and a lot of people had an issue with him saying that he's a catch. Well, I mean, he feels that he's a catch. Men feel they're men. Some men feel the man is the catch, quote unquote. Women feel that they're the catch. You should be confident in yourself and what you have to offer a partner. And when you have respect for yourself and know your worth, then that's when you can know what is a good fit for you and what's not a good fit for you because you have a high esteem for yourself and you know your worth. Just like that Cheesecake Factory lady, the woman, she's known as the Cheesecake Factory lady, and she doesn't even like the Cheesecake Factory. But the woman that went on a date and she didn't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. Well, a lot of people drug her for that. But at the same time, if she knows that that's not what she's looking for, or that's not what she wants, and she feels she's the catch, and the guy should go out of his way to basically throw golden rose petals at her feet because she's the woman and she this and that, then that's she feels she's a catch. And the guy obviously felt that he was a catch, so he decided that she and he were not a fit, and he decided to kindly drop her behind back off home. But in this case with Simone Biles, uh, she's a catch, but so is Jonathan. And what's disturbing about this is, in my opinion, I believe that if she were white, no one would be giving up all of this uproar. I really don't. I don't think that this would be a thing from what I've seen, and I'm mature enough to have seen lots of things over my lifetime. People can't stand to see a young black couple, especially if they have a lot of potential and promise. They can't stand it. Of course, not everybody, but you have to be careful out here, ladies and gentlemen, because a lot of people they don't want to see you in a good relationship. People are suggesting that this woman divorce her husband because he said he was a catch. Now, just let that sink in, like divorce. Walk away from, it's interesting because when these guys are out here beating on women, cheating on women, doing all kinds of things, you don't have this big uproar that they should get a divorce. But this people are actually angry at her and backlashing at her, her fans. Not all, a lot of them are encouraging to her, but a lot of people are spamming and pressuring her. And the reason is he was supposed to be with a white woman and she was supposed to be a Serena Williams and go and be with a white man. They don't want to see two black people in positions like this together and happy. And I think that the two of them really need to be careful what they decide to share from their personal life publicly from now on. This should be a lesson for them. And a lot of people said, well, all of his girlfriends that he had before he married Simone were white. Okay, well, he decided to marry a black woman. I've known white men that dated black women, had black male friends, listened to all kinds of music, and golfed in quote unquote black culture. But when it came time to get married, they married white. When it came time for them to have children, they had children with a white woman. So, I mean, I think some of this backlash is because he's a handsome NFL athlete. He's quote unquote supposed to be with someone that's not black, especially not somebody as chocolate as she is. I mean, let's just be real. I mean, that's what a lot of people, they don't want to say it, but you don't encourage a young woman to divorce her husband over something stupid like that. And you have to wonder, what are the motivations. I see a lot of people putting up YouTube channels dragging him, dragging her, encouraging them to get a divorce, and I sit back and I I pick up the energy. Why are you encouraging these young people to split up over something stupid like that? It's because there are a lot of people that are jealous. They don't want to see a young, attractive, on top of that, black couple together. And if she would have a baby with him, oh, they really would be encouraging them to break up. Because the bottom line is, we're supposed to be single moms with multiple baby daddies. We're not supposed to be in good, loving relationships with decent men. That's the way a lot of these women are out here. And they're saying, oh, well, she was chasing him. Well, the bottom line is, there's going to be a push and pull in relationships or when you're courting. But there is nothing wrong with a woman letting a man know that she's interested. If he's not interested, he's not interested. I don't think that what she did was chase him. I don't look at her actions as chasing. And if he didn't want to be caught, he would not have been caught. Now, I've seen women chase men, and it's humiliating and embarrassing. I've been humiliated and embarrassed just looking at them doing it. Like, it's clear he's not interested, honey. Okay. I don't think that this man who believes that he's a catch would allow himself to marry Simone Biles if he did not want to be caught. So the bottom line is, all the people that saying she chased him, like she twisted his arm to marry her. That's all you people out here who think that he should be with someone other than a black woman. That's what it is. Oh, she made him marry her. She twisted his arm. She chased him. This man is not the type of man that would allow someone to force him to marry him, them. So I'm gonna get a little bit into this Sun article here. Walking red flag, fans tell Simone Biles to file divorce papers as soon as possible, as husband Jonathan Owens calls himself the catch in a relationship. Wow. So fans have told the gymnast legend Simone Biles to divorce her husband Jonathan Owens after a comment he made about their relationship. And we all know that he appeared on a podcast and he said what he said. So she's supposed to give up this just because he said he was a catch. If she didn't think he was a catch, she wouldn't be with him. If he didn't think that she were a catch in her own respect, in her own right, he wouldn't be with her. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So she was there when he did this podcast. It's not like she wasn't there. She was laughing, smiling, in good spirits. They have to be careful going forward. Pictures they post and interviews they do, especially if they're going to discuss their personal relationship, because people want to see them break up. The 28-year-old talked about his wife Biles and discussed how he first connected with the Olympic gymnast through the celebrity dating app Raya in 2020. I'm sure a lot of you gold diggers are probably crashing that app now, thinking that you're going to find yourself an NFL player. Then Owens revealed that Biles made the first move with a message. However, he admitted to Taylor and Crowder that he didn't know who the 7-time Olympic medalist was at the time. Oh my gosh, and you should divorce him because he said he didn't know who you were. The Packers star then told the host that he was busy at a training camp in college when Biles was a multi Olympic gold medalist. Owens and Biles became an item in 2020, and the rest is history. So it's only been 3 years, and it's only been 3 years. They're already married. You know, some of you women are dating these guys for 30 years and they still didn't put a ring on it. If this man did not want her, he would not have married her. She didn't chase him and twist his arm. The two eventually got engaged and got married earlier this year. Um, the response caused plenty of criticism from fans on X when he said he was a catch. One person wrote Simone Biles' husband is a walking red flag. Another commented, file those divorce papers, Simone. While a third said, the way this unknown man sat there and tried to humble his wife, Simone Biles, the most decorated gymnast in history, Simone Biles, in the words of Adele, divorce, babes, divorce. She needs to be humbled in a sense. She knows her accomplishments and he knows them as well. He's married to her. I'm sure, has educated himself on who she is and what she's accomplished. And I'm sure he's proud of her. And I'm sure she's proud of him and what he's doing and where he's going and what he's trying to accomplish. But you have these negative people that just want to see them divorced. On Thursday night, Owens posted on Instagram and appeared to respond to the criticism from fans. He posted wedding pics of himself and Biles as the caption read, unbothered. Just know we locked in over here. And the problem that they're going to have is when they keep trying to respond to these people. This negative energy, they should not allow that to come into their atmosphere. As people are going to talk, they're going to say what they want to say. There's not a damn thing that they can do to stop it. They can post as many wedding pictures, lovey dovey pictures as they want. That's who are you trying to convince? The two of you need to be convinced that you should be together, not everybody else. And I'm saying this not just for Simone Biles and her husband, Jonathan, but the bottom line is that's a lesson that you all out there who's listening, who's in situations like this yourself, where you have people trying to pull you from your relationship with someone that's good for you, that loves you. It could be a family member, it could be your girlfriends, it could be a family member, it could be one of your male friends where they don't want to see you happy and settle down in a relationship. A lot of people out here are lonely and they can't find a good, uh, well matched companion. And so they don't want to see other people have that. They don't want to feel like they're the only ones who haven't found someone. They try to convince themselves that they're okay being celibate and alone. And they're jealous when they see people who are happy and in love. So Owen, who plays for the Packers, spent the last 4 seasons with the Houston Texans. We don't need his resume. Biles, who was a 7-time Olympic medalist, we don't need her resume either. We know she's an Olympic medalist and he's an NFL player. But all of that doesn't mean anything when it comes to their compatibility, how they relate to each other, how they speak to each other, how they love each other, how they handle problems as it come up as individuals and as a couple. And like I said, they need to be very careful what they post from now on, interviews that they do, because there's a lot of people that don't want to see this Olympic legend with this black man and this NFL um, player with this black woman. That's just my opinion of why it's so much backlash. To sum it all up, people out here with this kind of backlash, they're either jealous or they're either just don't want to see these two black people together. Wealthy, young, attractive, accomplished. They're supposed to be with someone else. But if he were busting her upside the head and doing all kinds of stuff, cheating on her, you all would not be in legion encouraging this woman to divorce her husband. You should be ashamed of yourself. And most of the stuff I've heard is either from white women telling her to divorce or black women. The white women mostly are telling her to divorce him, and black women. And you all should be ashamed of yourselves. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm going to knock you for that. But sometimes when we have opinions, we got to realize where those opinions are coming from, what kind of place that's coming from within ourselves. Because if you're encouraging them to get a divorce over this interview, you need to really search yourself and see, why am I encouraging these people who are obviously in love with each other to divorce? You're not saying, okay, make sure you lay the groundwork. You two need to respect each other. You need to, have a mutual respect. And you both need to know your worth and treat each other with respect, because you both are a catch. You both are worthy. You both are. No, people are saying divorce. Why do you want to see them separated? Because he isn't slithering down like a snake on the ground, looking up to her like she's God. She needs a balance. She needs somebody that knows his worth, just like she knows hers. She needs that balance. He needs a balance. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you're so motivated to do so. This is Wonders of a Black Woman. Peace.